let's start. Paul will do the voiceover as well anyway. So yeah, like what Paul said in the beginning, this is the way we are thinking where to put Amelia. And then let's say we are going to say contact us, and then it will go to Amelia. I'm going to start with asking, what is her name?
So this section is, let's call it social talk, so that Amelia is not being asked to do a certain activity or create a ticket, but just chit chat, as we call it.
And Amelia's answer is, of course, Amelia, as you know. And then she will keep asking, what do you want from me? Because you'll come here, right?
Yeah. When you're going to start testing Amelia with user groups, you will see that people will like this part. They will ask her, does she have a date? Who is your father? Etc., etc. So if you go into test mode, please allow the audience for 15 minutes or so to play with her, to be satisfied by all the questions she can and cannot answer, and then ask them to start the real stuff, right?
And now, as a user, I said, okay, I have an issue, and I need support. And this is basically a general question. Amelia can understand it, and she said, I'll be happy to help. And then asking and tell the user, okay, what do you want to do? Looking for information, create a ticket, or checking ticket status. Anything to add? No?
This is a very general question, yeah. So therefore Amelia cannot pinpoint the intent as there was none specified by the client.
Yeah, so now let's say I'm a user and I have an issue with my printer.
Amelia distinguishes between an intent and entities. An intent in this case is opening a ticket for a printer that is malfunctioning, and the intents are the details needed to create a ticket, to create a ticket to cover it all. Ardo did not specify any of the intents needed, so now...
The entities needed.
Entities needed, sorry. So now Amelia will is aware of the stuff that she needs to dig for, and Amelia will ask those questions.
Basically asking email address. And then now what happened if in the middle of the process I was thinking, hey, I forgot one thing. I cannot type like this. Could you unlock the account of my roommate?
So this is a different intent, right? So first there was a printer that was malfunctioning. The user interrupted himself actually and is now asking for something different. If you take a look at default chatbots, they will not be able to cope with questions like that because they are stuck into a certain pattern. And in this case, he's flexible. You can even nest intents in intents in intents.
So Amelia, switching the context. So now Amelia tried to answer you first. The last question that you have, with please provide the email account that you want to unlock. And I'm just saying, Carol, I don't know, I'm just.
The AD unlock is the only thing that we have mocked up, as none of the clients was able now to provide access to the Active Directory. So this part is mocked up, but everything else you see is using real APIs to the test system.
Amelia says thank you. Can confirm the account has been unlocked. And now what happened is then Amelia come back to the original questions in the beginning, the printer, and then let's circle back to your original inquiry. Would you like to continue reporting your issue with the printer? And then I said, yes, sure. So she will go back to the original questions because she was busy with asking me my email address. And after answering me with the unlock account, now she got back with, okay, though I was asking you email address, now I'm asking you again email address because you haven't answered yet.
As a side note, now we have no SSO up and running. Of course, if SSO is up and running and we know who we are talking to, we will not ask those questions because that information is at hand.
Yes, so now I put my last name, my name with my episode. Provide me with my name. It's Mardo. Okay, Mardo. So that is my fake first name. And what is your role within the university? I am a student.
This flow now that Amelia walks is typical for the university. You might not have the need to specify the role. So therefore, we need to get the CMO, current mode of operation, clear to us to be able to create a VPN that caters for your needs.
Yeah. So now Amelia asked the tech name of the printer, but let's say you don't know what it is. I don't know the name of the printer. Where can I find that? Yeah.
The way Amelia deals with this is that she labels this as a frequently asked question. In this case, it's tag number where to find.
Yeah, so it shows where you can, so you can put anything on the right side.
Even videos.
You can also put videos if you want. And just to tell the user, look, this is how you find something, right? And then now I see it, now I saw it. And now I'm going to find location. I am in the other building right now. So just a note, I was trying to have the different name of the building. So this is, I'm making it up. It's not really in the UIT. What is the status of the display? Printer error, ink is empty or low. Yeah. So after asking all the questions, Amelia collect the information and put everything on the right side. And now asking the user, okay, I have your information, everything. Can you check it? If everything is okay, then I will say, and then I will get a ticket for the user. So you see, I was saying when the full name, I said my name is Adoro Primardo, but they just put it my name Adoro Primardo. So that works with anything John Doe, as long as the name.
In this case, Amelia creates a ticket, right? You can even enrich the conversation like this. So if it is, let's say, low ink or cartridge empty, you could have Amelia tell the client, provide them a hint. So let's say cartridges are to be found in the general store on the second, whatever. Another thing is that you could ask clients to reset a device and see if the issue is still still present. In that case, if the problem would be solved, Amelia would still create a ticket for the paper trail, but the client would be helped instantaneously.
Yeah.
Something you need to think about when you create your own VPNs and specify those.
Yeah. So now the Amelia created the ticket based on the information that we got, that was asked. And then what I want to do now, I want to go to top desk and get this ticket number. Too short. In top desk. And you see, this was the information we gave. The role, student, name of the printer, printer status, the brief description, category, and also the room. And also the priority. So here's, you see target date, 3 September, 1 week, which we saw already in the beginning.
The target date has been calculated within top desk based upon the priority. So that's the rule. And the target date is being calculated by top desk and provided back via Amelia to you.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change something in the top desk. I'm going to save it. So sorry, I need to explain. I was changing the room. It was Aurora, now changing to another one, Wardruna. And I'm gonna go back. Now I'm gonna reset the conversation. So let's say you come back again the next day and you say, I would like to check the ticket number. So you see now on the right side, name, everything, and the printer location has changed as well. It's the way I change it in the top desk. Beginning, I have, as a user, I was stating my intent. There's a printer problem on my floor. but I didn't mention my name, my email address. So the Amelia need to ask the questions one by one. So now I'm going, I'm gonna type this. So now I'm going to, where's my mouse? Okay. I'm going to, let's say the user come with the whole complete questions already. Hello there, I'm a student at UIT. My email address is blah, 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 and my name is blah, blah, blah. And then I say,
So the entities are supplied in the initial conversation. And Amelia is aware of the entities, labels them accordingly, and uses it to create a ticket on as shown on the right-hand side.
yeah. And then now I'm going to say yes again, creating a ticket again. And what I'm going to do now, I will try to change the priority of the ticket, because now you see we aim to solve this ticket by September 3rd. And as a user, I was thinking, hey, that it takes too long, 1 week from now. So I'm trying now, could I change the priority?
The client will do it or not.
Sorry again?
No, we don't show,
We don't show it yet.
right as we could, but we supply the target date. So actually,
Yeah.
it's a calculation. It's the same. It's more like a human conversation, but we
Yeah.
can display.
It is also possible to do that. I'm
Should be
just
no
not
problem.
doing it now here.
I was looking for the target.
Yeah, I understand. Right, of the ticket to P1. So what happened here? The user was asking for P1, and then based on the profile, which is student, they don't have enough permissions to create P1 account, a P1 priority. And Amelia gave another options. Maybe you want to change to P4 or P3 or P2. So I said P3 is okay then.
Here we are asking what somebody's role is. Of course, that is not yet checked by us. You might have the same need within your own organization to limit the people that are able to create a P1. But we would need to have access to a data source that tells us, is person A allowed to raise the priority or not?
Yeah, otherwise everybody will put a P1.
There you go.
Exactly. And everyone is P1 for printer problem.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to reset conversation. Now I will show you what happened when the user asking out of scope question.
And the answer of Amelia might look quite simple, but we needed to create a intent recognition model to make sure that Amelia would know what the subject is, even though she's not trained for it.
So now,
I will show and
yeah, so now I'm asking about, can I take 1 month sabbatical out of nowhere because you're a student but you want to take sabbatical? And then Amelia understand what the user wants, and then explains, hey, this is not related to you. It is related to human resource out of my scope at the time. You can send your request to your local HR, your local representative.
so she's not only trained on ICT or any of those issues, but as well to catch the intent HR or facility management, and you could dig even further, right? Now it's a default answer, please tell your local HR agent. But of course, if there would be 2 flavors, we could just ask a simple question. Is it related for this or for that? And then provide a different answer. But we at least captured the intent as being HR related questions and then provided a simple answer. Now we got an angry client, right?
Now we got an angry client because they are not allowed to do 1 month sabbatical. Oh gosh, please let me talk to
Let me go.
to the real human.
So now Amelia detects this as a trigger to escalate to a human. Within Amelia, there is a default tool which allows a human agent to take over a conversation or look over the shoulder of Amelia while Amelia is having a conversation with a client and steal the conversation. In this case, and I'm buying some time, and Adam might need to release the presenter functionality. Otherwise, Paolo will not be able.
I would like to wait until Paulo takes it over.
Fair enough. So now, one of our colleagues in Amsterdam gets the signal that the conversation has been escalated, and he's going to take over as a real human the conversation with the client.
Out of curiosity, what happens if I type in "Hi Amelia, could we switch to German language"?
I just want to show you that.
Need a mixed language.
It is now trained with Dutch. So now I'm going to speak my best Dutch. Ik wil graag met mijn, met Nederland.
Don't forget to put in a typo.
Yeah, that's all typo, no? So now it's switched to Dutch. Yeah.
Russian?
We add that thing in the beginning, three languages.
Russian?
Or not?
Norwegian in English then.
So she cannot talk German yet.
But it can be trained. Yeah, exactly. So it's based on the use case as well, because what happened now here, technically it goes to the other language pack, the Dutch domain, and then it triggers the intent in Dutch domain. So it just says, oh, I understand more there, so I will switch there, and then we'll continue there. So if in the Dutch